Dude, listen, I don't know. Hey, I don't even know where, dude. I haven't used this in a minute, so I don't even know if I clicked start yet or not. Somebody will let us know.
Well, I'm
Yes,
sure somebody
no.
will let us
Oh,
know.
somebody's. I guess we're doing. Are we on? Yes, no, maybe. What's that mean? Are we here?
Are we hot?
Oh, she's gonna be hot with us if we don't calm down. Oh, there. Look, I'm still trying to adjust.
Simmer down now.
Dude, this green screen situation is all changing because I'm moving my shit inside. Apparently, we're live or something. So if we are, welcome to the LDA podcast. If we're not, that was a practice run, and we'll say
Fuck
it a couple
everybody.
more times. Yeah, because I'm pretty much at that point, dude. I'm just fed up. So I don't
With
know.
every fucking thing, dude.
Dude, look at man, gas $4.69 a gallon still. Dude, I
Right?
still live in a communist state. I mean, yeah, there's a lot to be fed up with, but you know, aside from that, we'll probably find some direct things we can find that we.
Oh, I got a couple. I got a couple specific things from my week that I can mention.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're there. So, just madam, can you share the link in the Discord? Let everybody know. Everybody needs to know we're live.
Everybody.
We are not drunk yet, and we are not loud yet, and we will be assholes tonight.
This is probably a true story.
So,
and I
there's supposed to be like a certain amount of seconds in your YouTube video. Okay, he can't even hear. Look, put the hat on. Jeez, yeah, and it's got to be backwards. Get the hair tucked. Look. All right.
I'm sorry.
Need makeup? Do you need makeup?
No, it's just that since we're talking about being fed up, I thought this particular hat might fucking
it
trigger.
What's that rule? What's that rule for how many seconds you have to wait in your video before you can say the F word and shit? You know, before so they don't demonetize it right off the bat. Did we make it?
We failed. I don't think so.
Oh, well, fuck that
I don't
shit.
think so.
Listen, there's a good chance. Don't be here if you're under 18 because we're gonna say some shit that might shock you. So, you know, we age restrict this thing for a reason. Possible. So, but you know, then again, we're just two grumpy old fucks anyway. So,
I'm not old. I am preserving nicely.
Bro, look, okay, people, this is the MRI report for my fucking knee. I'm old. The shit fell apart. The warranty expired on that shit a long time ago. Dude, you know it's bad when they say there's old parts from something they did before in there? That's like you're driving I don't understand why I'm getting a rattle in my engine. The dude's like, that's where that fucking 10 millimeter went.
Right. The elusive 10 millimeter that no one can ever find. There's no actual such thing as a 10 millimeter socket.
Dude, I swear
it's an illusion.
I bought one and it's under lock and key. I'm putting it in the safe.
Look, in my tool set that I just got, the new ratchet set I got a few months back.
Yeah.
Everything else is in there, but the 10 millimeter, I made a special little pouch for that motherfucker. Like, no, you're not running off like the rest of them. Dude, what's up, Mitchell, Madam D?
How y'all doing? Who's here tonight? Welcome, everybody. Oh, man. So, I'm going to suck something out of the skulls of my dead enemies or whatever they used to do back in the day. You know, whatever that thing is. It's all clean. It's all clean. Uh-oh.
Whatever you need to call it to make yourself feel more comfortable about sucking dick.
Dude, I am not. Look. This thing. Can't show that on camera too long. This is oregano, people. I'm making pasta. Baked ziti. Hey, man, in sad news, bro. Pee Wee Herman. Dude, that's
come crazy. On in and put yourself up a chair. It's Cherry.
Dude, dude, I didn't know he was 70, bro. I didn't know he was 70. That's pretty crazy, man.
Look at it this way. I mean, God, he was already in his 50s when he was beating off in theaters.
I saw somebody post about it, and
Is it too soon?
Chris Webby posted about it and said, he was that, like, you remember that song. You remember everything about the Pee-wee's Playhouse. That whole, it was so epic, right? And he's like, sure, he wasn't perfect, but neither are any of us, right?
Right.
And it's like, if the worst thing he did was get caught squirting in a theater, I mean, there's a lot of other actors and musicians and stuff out there did way worse. So I ain't gonna, fault the guy for spanking it. You got to do what you got to do.
Look, first off, he was in an X-rated theater.
What do you think they do in there?
The only guy in there, right? 2, it's like you said, if that's the worst he ever did, I mean, look at celebrities now. Adrenochrome much? Just saying.
For real. And on that note, we're going to talk about some celebrity shit because you brought it up. Listen, man, you and I did that Jason Aldean song,
yes,
the other day, and that try that in a small town, and you and I felt about the same way. Like, all that crap you out there doing, don't try and bring that around us. We ain't putting up with none of that because we just got fed up. People are fed up with all of this stuff. And so,
that
what
has
up,
become
G,
the great national unifier. That is what has become the great national unifier. Both sides, right? Everybody's fed up with something. Well,
I got something I want to show you that's a real
My particular thing. Somethings are for real though.
I got some stuff I want to show you, and I'm going to show you guys that this really hit me at the core, and I think when we go over this, you'll kind of understand why too, because you and I both have a history with this particular person. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So here we go.
What's up? Nice stash.
All right, let's hear it for ourselves.
There's really no way to start this video. There's something that's been bothering me a fuck ton. You'll know why in a minute. When I heard what you're about to hear, I don't know. Made me question a lot of stuff. Shocked the fuck out of me. And made me feel like I can't trust any fucking body. I'm just gonna play it. Fuck it.
You're not ranting?
Listen, off the record, I want to get that down. Plus the social medias. So I'll hit up the people the guy Libs who does the username.
I'll tell you another way to do it too.
This is, just so you know, this is Bobby from Redneck Nation on the recording, planning to ruin all of Upchurch's social media credibility and engagement, and eventually deletion of all my social medias.
Oh my God.
Buy fucking views. You can put it on anybody's videos.
You can get fucked. Yeah. And they'll fuck them.
Right.
And bot subs.
Yeah.
So I'll hit up, because the Carter Hughes guy who's suing me, all those people, his name's Libs, @Libs on Instagram.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll talk to me, but if we say, hey, we'll give you like $500, $200, whatever your price is, to send 100,000.
Yeah, but I don't know about that, because if they fucking if he
raps, because that's why I said it's sketchy, because it's Carter Hughes.
I don't want this to be
I'll find it.
Yeah. But find out about buying fucking subs and buying views,
and we'll put it on
that.
I
know buying views on it, like KSI, like he got fucking hit hard, so we could do it, but we got to get like a burner credit card. We can't involve anybody.
I want it down because that'll humble him.
Oh yeah, no, he needs to now he needs to lose this, and he needs to keep getting hammered, dude. He needs to keep getting hammered.
After everything I've done, Creek Squad's done, everybody's worked at Redneck Nation, it's all down the fucking drain. We helped build Redneck Nation from nothing. Don't believe me? I'm sure I can get sales reports. All the times my social medias were locked out of or deleted or lost them for 2 years, and still me busting my ass, making one after the other after the other. I think I'm on my 4th Instagram at 1 million followers almost. Buying bots to ruin my page so no one sees my music, so I don't grow. Yet I still work and work and work and work and work and work and barely make it happen somehow. What a fucking letdown.
Right.
What a fucking letdown.
I feel his pain.
You can see it for sure.
Yep.
I'll tell you this.
That's for real.
Being a creeker is not about sabotaging somebody who helps you.
No.
I ain't ever said nothing bad about Redneck Nation, and I ain't worn their shirts in fucking years. I didn't know why I quit wearing them. I knew something was not right. And now you hear this kind of shit? After every fucking thing I've been through? He needs to be humbled. He needs to be hit again. What kind of fucking weirdo shit is that? I'm not gonna say too much. I don't fucking need to. Redneck Nation is obviously not fucking important at all, really. It's actually, now I feel like I've been fucking played. What a fucking letdown.
I wasn't put on, and that wasn't out of anything but love. That was from the heart.
Dude, you full of shit. 8 months ago, a man sat right there in my face and told me this exact same shit. I just didn't know whether to believe him or not. But evidently it's true.
When I met Ryan, he didn't have anything.
Look at the pathetic.
That's on this channel too.
We wouldn't even know who you was if it wasn't for Ryan, Bobby.
But I knew he could have more.
And as long as you was getting your cut of it, you was okay with it.
And I swear to you, I have been there and I have not done anything. I know he feels like that.
You think?
And I know that now there's a recording of something and people...
Now, not just a recording of something. You stabbing him in the back.
People can just say anything they want. But as...
Nah, bro, ain't nobody gotta say anything that they want. You said enough for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who I've ever met or anybody that's been around me and Ryan or met me over the years.
Dude, I'm gonna say it again. 8 months ago, a man looked me in my eyes and said that you was gonna snake him. I just didn't believe him.
And after all this, I wasn't salty. I didn't run him down. I didn't do any of that.
Nah, just when he started his own record label and you lost all that money, you was mad at him. You wasn't salty, you was pissed.
I said, pray for him, pray for him. People hit me up and asking me about things that were going crazy at that time and what's going on with him. I said, just pray for him, man. And I know a lot of people they're gonna say, oh yeah, you're Christian religion. Listen, I'm not perfect.
And that's about the only truthful thing you've said so far. You're just trying to do damage control.
Yep.
You should have thought about that, man.
Yep.
I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. You guys see that. But I'm telling you, I never wanted nothing and I never did nothing to hurt that boy. I'm telling you. And it's all there. It's all there. I'm telling you. This was someone who was in my office, who I trusted, and they recorded me, and I got involved and caught up in it. And I was just, and I used the word humble, man.
There ain't nothing humble about you.
Not in a derogatory way.
He ain't sorry. He's just sorry he got caught.
About whatever your price
Yep.
is to send 100,000.
Pussy.
Yeah, but I don't know about that because if they fucking if he
Yeah, because then
I'm sorry, I'm
that's
not
why I
saying
said
that.
it's
He's a
sketchy
pussy.
because it's
I don't
quite
want this to
huge.
be
So
on us.
I'll find
I don't want
it
this
out.
to be on us, he said.
But find out also about buying fucking subs
The
and
subs
buying
and followers,
views.
and we'll put it
Because
on
I know
that.
buying views on it, like
Sub
KSI,
Charlie.
like he got fucking hit hard. So we could do it,
Yep.
but we got to get like a burner fucking We got to get a burner credit card. We can't involve anybody.
I'm not. No,
You heard that, right?
I want it down because that.
But
you know that'll humble him.
Because he knew what he was doing was wrong.
He needs to now.
First off,
now he needs to lose this.
And he knew if caught, the repercussions would be severe.
Oh, yes.
To say, hey, look at the blessings, man. Focus on that, not on all this other stuff. And now I'm just another person that's let this kid down, that's let the camp down.
I hate fake ass people. I really do, man.
I tried to ruin his career, but I'm the victim.
And this is what you think.
Yeah, something tells me you fixing to get humbled there, Bob.
Yep.
I wish you the best.
All right. Kenny,
let's go over this.
Whoa. Before we do that, I need a shot.
We'll do that, and then I'm going to be pulling up
my prescription meds, y'all.
I'm going to be pulling up my
wife got bored. Y'all don't get no crazy ideas.
I'm going to be pulling up my response to this, okay? We're not going to start this yet.
Oh, I got a response.
This will be my response, okay? I got 2 responses, and then we're going to
I'll do mine live right now.
Hell yeah. Hey, what are we taking a shot of over there?
Because I'm feeling to go off. Oh, this is Jaeger. This is my prescription.
All right, look, I got some Screwball over here. Prescription whiskey. All right. If you're under 18, this is actually just root beer that's watered down.
Of course.
You know, because I don't want to get in trouble. You know, I could still get in trouble for drinking at my age. Licorice stuff. Hey, that's great. Kool-Aid. Here we go. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, kids.
But you have.
Wow, Lord. Okay, now so let's start here. And there's another video. If you know Upchurch, you know who Deerdorf is, his best friend. And it's his video on IG of him detaching himself from Redneck Nation.
Right.
And I will say this. I have purchased so much stuff from Redneck Nation, it's not even funny. I own every single CD of churches that I bought came from Redneck Nation. Hoodies, hats, stickers, t-shirts, stuff that I bought for other people. Patriots Pledge, did that. Hoodie, decal, whole thing, all of that, did all of that. Supported that company because I respected Ryan Upchurch and what he had done with his career, and to find out that they were part of that in the beginning, I respected that. But this, you don't just lose my respect, you lose my money. This is part of what I was talking about, this fed up. People are getting fed up. Bud Light you. We'll call it Bud Lighting you. You ready? You ready? I got news for you, Redneck Nation. I had this Confederate hoodie that I got from you. It's no longer mine. Because I'll be purchasing my new stuff from the Dixie shop where I just ordered the Confederate hoodie to replace the one I got from you. You lost my money and somebody else gets it. You got greedy and now it costs you.
You know, that little fucker, listen to all that. Oh my God. Where to even start? First off, what a fucking year for Ryan, huh? I mean,
right?
Second off, I could see in that little video of him, I could see the anguish on him over that. That hurt him. And let me tell you something, Redneck Nation. What is little pussy's name?
Bobby.
I don't even know. Who?
Bobby.
Who?
Bobby.
Who?
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, let me tell you something, Bobby. When you're going to get jealous of a motherfucker and you're going to try to do something to hinder them in some way, you might want to think about that, brother. And you might want to be particular about who you pick that scab with. Because have you not, first off, you shouldn't do that to anybody. That's just a pussy, ball-licking, cock-sucking move. Bobby, Are you out there, Bobby? Any swole mates out there, or not swole mates, but swole patrol out there listening to this? Y'all help me applaud Bobby. Every fucking chance you get. What a fucking puss. He made I got wrapped up in it. I never did anything to hurt this dude. Dude, you sit there and spelled out your escape route so you wouldn't get caught. Well, you got caught and you fucked with all people.
The one dude
that can
who made your company as big as it is. Your company was not big without him. Let's admit it. Your company was just like any other little store selling their rebel merchandise. That's all it is.
That's my call.
And then he made them huge. And now Bobby has the nerve to sit on there and act like he's going to cry. Dude,
I'm going to cry.
This piece of... Okay, can I just show these real quick so I can show you how I feel about it personally?
Damn it, Bobby.
Yep. You guys done fucked up. You know that, right? Right, Redneck Nation? You know you did, right? I've supported you. I have so many hoodies I bought, so much music I bought, so many hats I bought, things I bought for other people, shipped to them from you guys. And then you're gonna go around and screw some of that'll come off. This one's coming off too.
We'll re-explain for those that didn't see the beginning. Serge, Nate,
Bobby, you got
Bobby
busted. And the good news is, now that we know the truth,
he didn't try to pick a fight, Sean. He tried to weasel his way into hurting somebody else he was jealous of and got caught. And it just so happens that was a
friends over. Do you hear me, Bobby?
He thought he was gonna get away with that shit.
All right, so there's that. Now, here's the final one, and sorry guys, I'm just this ain't flying with me.
Huh?
This ain't flying with me, Bobby. This really ain't flying with me.
Bobby.
You ready?
Yeah.
Did you?
Please tell me you're gonna piss on it. Is that a blowtorch?
Your whole career up in flames now. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Done with your shit, Redneck Nation. You don't screw people over. All right.
Now, I'm going to reiterate again. One of the things that we love about church, our whole name, Swolemate, Swole Patrol, was all born from doing church reactions, right?
Yep.
That there's that undeniable. Even when church is down usually and stuff like that, there's always that little chip there, man. Always. That's probably, even with the stuff that happened, that's already happened with him, that was probably the most dejected I've seen him look.
Dude, because like that's the one, like it's mind-boggling. All right, I want to bring this up. You know what I was listening to right before you joined, and for all of you, we're trying to get closer on time, but sometimes it doesn't work. We're getting there. I sat there and the song ended right when I was about to say fuck this shit, and Daniel jumped in. You know what song I was listening to?
What's that?
Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, and Demon Jones Country.
Love that song.
You know what that is? That meant to me. That was everything that I believed the Redneck Nation was about too. What I didn't realize is Creek Squad is the reals and Redneck Nation is the fakes.
Right. And you know, here's the thing too. I have been a not so nice person in my past, the kind of dude that would just walk up at random on site and clock that motherfucker for that shit. I try to be a more reasonable man now, but there are certain moves that are just such bitch moves.
Sean,
if I put it this way, if I'm Bobby, everywhere I go, if I hear churches anywhere in state, I would be sweating.
You better just get out of Dodge.
I'm not sitting here telling anybody to go physically assault anybody, but that is for fucking sure the kind of move that'll make a motherfucker want to.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Sean, we had talked about it. Each Daniel and myself will be individually react to the new church song. And so we're not going to do it live right now, but we do plan on doing some Leo ones. And also, just so you know, we're also going to be doing some other stuff like Epic Band Fails.
Yeah, any of y'all that's watched the Epic Band Fails on our channel, I want to resurrect that because I don't care. If you're going to let yourself be filmed sounding that shitty, I don't care. I don't care if your feelings are hurt when I make fun of you.
Sometimes the best advice my friend gave me was don't do that on stage.
right. And like I said, we did a few of them on our channel, and if we get time, we'd like to do some more. But until then, dude, I'm telling you, because you're a musician, also. I want to do we don't have to do many. If the people don't dig it, we'll scrap it.
Hey, you guys are gonna have to like some of the stuff we like by the time we're done with this. Like, I swear to God, we're gonna put some rock stuff out, and you're gonna like it, or we're gonna like punish you by making you watch like ridiculous videos. Like, we just won't do anything with good music. We'll just do totally crappy videos every week until you finally beg for something real, like what we did in the first place.
You would be utterly amazed at how many of those epic kind of band fail shit is out there, dude. We were bowled over when we started looking. I think we did 5, and those first 5 we did. If it gets any worse than those, I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you in real life, because you and I have seen concerts. We've been to many of our friends' bands. We've been to many big bands, things like that.
Played our own.
What is the worst fucked up concert you went to where afterwards you were like, I can't believe I paid money for that shit?
Oh, man,
but if I tell you mine, you're gonna fucking laugh. But the first half of the show was lit. The opening was great, but the main band, I was like, fuck them. I want my money back, and I didn't even pay because I had Senate seats. So I just got in because I had, like a box seat at the Great Western Forum. But for me, the worst one was Guns N' Roses. Dude, Skid Row opened for them and killed them, dude. They like annihilated them. And then Axl came in all drunk and stupid and bitching about how the LAPD pulled over his limo and how he told them, I won't do my show and they'll start a riot if you try and give us a ticket. And I was like, and his ass still got here? Like, if I tried to pull that shit, dude, they're going to fucking arrest me, right? Oh, man. Lord.
God, that's...
Exactly, Damon.
I've seen some bad ones. Oh, God, what was their name? And it was a country band, and I'm not usually at the country show, but it just so happened that I was. Oh, God. Technically, the band I was with was supposed to open for them, and they wanted to leave early. So they came out and did kind of half-ass, did 3 songs and left. God, what was the name of that fucking band? Fuck.
You want to hear something funny? We have a winery out here that does summer concerts at the winery, right? And you can go out there and it's a private family. They just they put bleachers up and have a little stage area they set up down at the edge of this. And we've had Smash Mouth there and other bands, so you get some decent bands there. But the majority of it during the summer is cover bands, so like an Eagles covers band, a Pink Floyd or whatever. And I saw a cover band that was better than the actual band when I saw them.
Oh, no doubt. I believe that 100%. I have seen many cover bands. There is a fucking they're from Canada, and I'm not gonna say it.
Yes, Jason.
But they tour all around the United States, and they're called US, and they are an 80s tribute band. And every song they do, from Poison to Journey to whatever, they do it better than the fucking original. They are fucking amazing,
dude.
Look them up on YouTube or something. Check out US. They're fucking killer. They're old now. You want
to know a band that I saw in concert that was actually the show was lit. Okay, you ready? I forget who the other bands were, but the top 2, because it was at the Palladium. in Hollywood, and that was like the Palladium isn't like a big concert venue. It's like a hall with a stage, right? So like everybody's on ground level and there's bars around the outside, but you're all on ground level. It's like a ballroom. And that we saw Helix and Dawkins that night. And Dawkins was bad ass, dude. It was the Rockin' with Dawkins thing or whatever they were doing that time. It was fun. Dude, they were badass live. Helix wasn't bad either. My most memorable show there was Primus, though. I was in the pit and some chick ripped my nipple ring out. And I came back the other direction and leveled the playing field. All's fair in love in the pit. And at the end of it, it was so funny because my piercing was gold. And you know how expensive the solid gold ones are, right? And dude, the piercing was gold and it had that big ass gold ball on it and the ball fell off. But my friend's company was the production company that was doing the show that night called Golden Voice Production. And I happened to call my buddy up and say, hey, are you guys working this? And he says, yeah, any chance I can come back and see the band and take my girlfriend to see him? And she's like, yeah, come on back. And I go back. And so she got to see Primus and Larry was there and I was his guitar tech. So, you know, that was cool when she got to meet him and stuff. But afterwards, I told him about my piercing. And I swear to God, 2 hours later, when we were just about ready to leave that place, somebody got on the radio and said they found this little gold ball on the fucking floor. I got it back.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something. And this is just me talking. And this is just a knee-jerk reaction. So I don't want anyone to take this as a personal offense. But if I'm in the middle of doing something and I had nipple rings, if I'm in the middle of doing something and I feel my nipple ring be separated from my body, I'm going to knock you out. I will pick you up and apologize and buy you a beer and love you and we can all be good again afterwards, but I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
Dude, it was so funny. My girlfriend and her friends, they were like younger than me and they were watching and they're like, afterwards, we're in the car and they're like, your boyfriend's hella crazy. And I'm like, it's the pit, dude. Do you understand what it's like to be in the pit? The worst.
Yes, that's why you take out that kind of shit for you.
What's the worst pit you've ever been in? What's the worst pit you've ever been in?
Sepultura, probably.
Oh, God.
That was some tribal fucking shit.
How big was the circle? Like 20, 30, 40? Something like that?
You think it stopped?
Dude.
At a Sepultura show, you think the pit stopped? I mean, the whole goddamn room was fucking stupid, dude.
The worst one for me was there was this place called the Blockbuster Pavilion in this little town called Devore. Now, besides that stupid pavilion and a weird connection that I have there, there's also a jail there, and I have a weird connection there too. Don't ask questions. But the first show when the Blockbuster Pavilion opened was Kenny Loggins. Now, the reason I mentioned Kenny Loggins, do you want to know what guitar he played for that show?
I bet you're going to tell me.
You know my WRC. That's the guitar he played at that show.
That's awesome.
Do you want to know what the second show was? I wasn't there that night. Do you want to know what I was at for the second show? Metallica with opening act Suicidal Tendencies. Dude, I walked in and got kicked in the back of the head with a steel-toed boot, and it was on like Donkey Kong. And at the end of that show, the LA Times reported $144,000 worth of damages to the seats in that place.
I believe it. I believe it.
Good Lord. Nastiest pit was there. Seven Dust. I can see that. Alien Ant Farm for your most memorable concert, dude. My most memorable was Primus opening for Rush at the Great Western Forum. At the end of that, they did the They did the Master Puppets, right? Where Les Claypool does the guitar line on bass, right? And then he's wearing like these red one-piece long johns with a drop seat drawer. and aviator sunglasses and the wicker cowboy hat with the sides pasted up, right? He's got like the fucking handlebar mustache and shit. And he's walking around on stage. Gets all the way to where the lyrics comes in, and he turns the microphone. He goes, and the man said to the girl, tough shit, and then walked off stage. And you had like 45,000 people going, what in the fuck was that?
I've seen a lot of people live, from Kid Rock to Tori Amos to fucking, I mean, I've seen a lot of people live. There's a lot of good ones I have missed too. However, probably the most memorable, and it's not because it was the best show I saw, but I was at Memphis in May, and we had already seen Kid Rock. We had seen Incubus. We had seen Bush. We had seen John Mayer. We had seen.
Oh, John Mayer would be a fun concert.
Oh, it was great. That was a great show. Great show.
Hey, dude, anyway, he had Victor Wooten on it. Was Victor Wooten the bass player?
No, Vic wasn't with him then.
Okay.
Then. But anyway, so we've just gotten finished watching Bush. Excuse me, no, it was the Doobie Brothers. And the next up on the stage, and Drake and I waited for it to clear out. And there was no, of course, it was just, first people there get to the front. So, and we knew who was coming next. So when everybody was clearing out from that, before they started clearing in for the next act, Drake and I went to the very front. Thank you, ma'am. I love you.
Thank you.
And so we're standing there, and I'm going to drop a hint. About this time, a sharp-dressed brother named Jerome comes slipping out the back.
Oh, Lord.
And the guitar player comes out, and everybody comes out, and of course it's Morris Day in the fucking time, and so the band's out warming up, jamming, getting ready and everything, and okay, it's showtime. Don't see Morris. Everybody's starting to get like panicky, even the band,
right?
And me and Drake are listening to these guys over here in the sound wing scream. Apparently he had him some female company in the trailer in the back and wasn't done. Anyway, he come walking out on stage finally about 45 minutes after they were supposed to start, and they were the last act on that stage of the night, so I guess it's no harm, no foul for those of us, and nobody left. Everybody stuck, it's more stay in the motherfucking time.
Jungle love, hell yeah.
Yeah, right. And he come walking out the back, and first thing he did, now we default over this, because this is a big show. There's front of house guy out here, but your monitor wings over here, they trying to be on stage where they can keep, hold of the monitor situation. Anyway, he does microphone stand tricks, and apparently somebody didn't give him the right microphone. I understand. And he picked that motherfucker up and threw it like a damn javelin into the sound wing. Now, if I had been one of those motherfuckers, I'd have come out there and beat his ass.
Oh, okay. Now that you mentioned that.
No, wait, I'm not done. When they finally brought him his microphone, he took the microphone and he said, God damn it, I love fucking bitches. He turned around and pointed and off their show went. And and the show itself was perfection.
Dude, the most odd show ever in my history was okay, you guys, it ain't no big deal. Just understand, I worked in the music industry for a lot of years, making guitars, selling guitars to like Capitol Records and shit like that, and owning music stores, and like being like huge dealers for Yamaha, JBL, and all this stuff. So I did a lot of sound installation, sound reinforcement, whether it's churches, auditoriums, stadiums, building sound systems for them. I did a lot of that, and I got called to do a show on a Saturday night. Now the funny thing was Friday night I had just went to another show. The music store I worked for was trying to sell a $25,000 Yamaha PA system to a diner that did a lot of concerts in the very large section of the back, right? So I'm out there trying to make money for this, right? Now, I know the owner of the diner, and I'm the one trying to sell the system, but I'm not the dude from the pro audio department. So he's there, right? Now, he's getting pissed because I'm getting free drinks. Speaking of
free drinks,
here we go. Drink freely, people. But he was getting mad because my friend kept giving me free beers, and he asked me for a beer, and I said, "Fuck you, buy your own." And he goes, "Well, you're getting them for free, and that's not fair." I go, "He's my fucking friend. What's your problem?" And he said one more word, and I threw my beer at him, and it went all over the Yamaha board.
Oh.
And then he jumped up and said something, so I dove across across the sound room, over the thing. I was dude, y'all have to understand, it's like 25, right? Drunk out of my mind, and I fucking launched over.
Doesn't make it okay.
Dude. Fist in the air like this, and this bitch ducks, and his girlfriend's behind him. And I'm like, God damn it. And I'm trying to recover in midair. Fuck the whole board up, ruin the whole thing, right? Now, the next night, I get called to the Orange Showgrounds, where I have to go do sound for Kiss, because their sound guy got hurt, and he got rear-ended in a car, and he was in the hospital with like whiplash, right? So I had to go in and do the sound. Now, I sold him a sound system, so it's no big deal. I'm used to this, right? But I didn't do the sound check. So I just came in to do it, right? I had no clue what their show was like whatsoever. And imagine this. You're in a basketball arena. Okay? And you got Kiss on stage. And you got this fucking huge board in front of you. And 3 racks, because this is back in the day, everything was huge. 3 racks of it, and all this, and the mics and everything else, dude. And they do a quick sound check, and fucking first thing you know, Paul Stanley comes over, says he needs more level. The fucking drummer needs more level. The fucking Gene Simmons needs more. Everybody needs more level. Fuck all of you, right? And so they start the show. And I'm in this booth now. I told my wife and my friends, like, look, I got to go do a show for Kiss. You guys can come if you want. And they're like, okay. And I said, bring booze with you, right? Like, everybody brings some little booze, and because they ain't selling booze in there. And so we all brought a ton of them little airline bottles, them little tiny little liquor bottles of them.
Yeah.
Dude, we were lit the fuck up. And in the middle of the show, dude, I turned like this to look at my friends, and they lit off fucking pyrotechnics, and I didn't know they were doing that shit, dude. And it went off in my earphones. Dude, I almost shut the board off. I almost shut the board off in the middle of that. I fuck everybody. I was so mad. And the worst part is, so the night of the event, where I fucking almost punched the dude from the pro audio department, I was wearing a leather biker jacket. Okay? The night of the Kiss show, my wife decided to wear the leather biker jacket. And the next day, I get a phone call from my manager from my department telling me that the owner wants to talk to me about what happened Friday night. And I'm like, oh God, whatever. So it's Sunday. I don't have to deal with this till Monday morning. I go in, and this dude, Dennis, is right there, the dude that I tried to clock, right? And Pat is right there, the owner of the guitar store, and they look at me and they're like, we want to talk to you about your drinking problem. And I go, what do you mean my drinking problem? And he goes, the owner goes, I know your friend owns the pizza place across the street, and I know that at lunch, if you buy food, they offer you quarter draft beers.
Mitchell.
And he says, I happen to know that when you go in there, you order a 50-cent cookie and $1.50 worth of draft beers every lunch, like 6 draft beers. And I go, and you get stoned while I'm over there. What's your point? And I go, I'm not an alcoholic. And that morning I had my leather jacket back on, and I took it off because I was getting heated, like I was gonna fuck this dude up again in the office. And I took the jacket off and I flung it over my shoulder like this, and a bottle of Wild Turkey flew out the pocket. And I looked and I go, that's my wife's, that shit ain't mine. Dude, that whole weekend, dude, Kiss, like I almost fucking killed the sound on him in the middle of it. I almost got fired from my job. I almost beat the fuck out of the dude from the PA department. Like the whole weekend, dude. And all that was around music and booze. Life doesn't change much, does it?
No.
Music and booze. To music and booze.
To music and booze.
Y'all,
man, I saw there's this piano duo that I used to go see in Memphis on Beale Street a lot, and they do this song called "Just a Friendly Little Cat." That's one of the dirtiest songs you'll ever hear. And these guys are funny. They actually have electronic keyboards set in grand piano frames, and their sound stuff is between them. And they're on stage. They're both playing. They're both singing. Great fucking singers. Great harmony. Great piano playing. Anyway, I got Drake there one night because I wanted him so bad to hear "Just a Friendly Little Cat,"
right?
And hear how good they were and how funny they were doing it, because he's a comedy guy too. So anyway, I go up there and I tip him like $40 or so to do that song, because it's Drake's birthday. We're on Beale Street celebrating his birthday, and those guys were in there, and he's like, "All right, everybody, first off, I need somebody to be we need somebody to be our vulgarity meter." And this drunk bitch stood up and said, "Goddamn fuck y'all." He's like, "You'll do." So he's like, right? He's like, "So when I offend y'all, we'll stop this song. We'll stop this song. All right, Sean, have a good night." He's like, "If I offend you, I'll stop this song." And he starts playing, and he gets to that first verse, wet pussy, just a friendly little cat, and there's this one table over there just looking really fucking put out, and it's like, "Hey, $40 started it. $40 will kill it." And he goes on and goes on. These people are finally over there cussing and making a scene and everything. And he said, "All right, now $40 started. The price just went up. $60 will kill it. You know what, you dumb cheap bitches? Y'all shut y'all's goddamn mouths or get the fuck out. We're going to do this song." And then he got really raunchy. He did a version I hadn't heard yet. But the moral of my story actually is this. Those two guys were great. They brought this dude up there. It was his birthday. And they asked him to please leave his beer off stage. So this motherfucker proceeds to, with a full draft beer, walk up on stage, walk over to their snake and just go.
And dump it on their snake.
Dude.
Bro, I'm gonna kick somebody in the tooth for that.
The main guy of the two, he couldn't have been 5'5", 110 pounds soaking wet. And he beat that motherfucker within an inch of his life, then handed him to the bouncers. And he said, "No, don't just throw him out of here. You finish beating his ass." And they did. That motherfucker took a mugging twice.
The most fucked up
deservedly so.
The most fucked up performance I ever had. I wasn't going to bring this up. You mentioned beer.
Performance.
You mentioned beer. We had a song that we did called Beer. Okay, like basically we wrote all our songs while high on hallucinogenics of one liquid type or blotter type. For like 52 weeks we did this. It's called Sundays Club. We all dropped like 12 and wrote lyrics, and then whatever we came up with at the end of the year that we liked became the album. That's what we did. And then the album was this song Beer. And basically it was all the weirdest shit plus beer. Right?
Right.
And so when I got married, and if my sister ever sends this to me, and now I got to find a place that can convert it, my sister actually has the video tape of my first marriage to my first wife when I was still in my punk band. And we played at a Victorian mansion where we got married. And at the end of the night, dude, like we had the equipment set up on the little like corner area, it's like this beautiful Victorian mansion. It's this corner area, and the little chairs are set up here. And I told my friends, like, let's play like 4 songs that nobody will understand any of the lyrics to. My family will leave, and then our friends can come out of the woodworks and we'll party, right? And so this was my plan, right? Now, keep in mind, people, my family is Baptist ministers and missionaries, and then my first wife's family was all Catholics, right? But not like practicing, just like the ones that go to church for like 3 times a year or whatever.
Right.
That kind of Catholic, right?
That kind of Catholic.
And dude, they call me up on stage, and I go up there, and I'm in a rented Armani tuxedo, and I got my guitar, and this thing is a fucking beast of a guitar. It's the very first one I made, my Koa guitar. Or not Coca-Cola. The whole thing was made out of Coca-Cola. And this thing, dude, it was lit. I was up there on stage, and they go 2, 3, 4, and they started playing, and I hit the first chord, and I just started screaming, "No!" Right? And our singer, Tar, yes, his name was Tar. Okay. Tar, who had like long curly hair, looked like some fucking weird ass Jason Momoa like hair, right? Has a 12-inch Aztec calendar on his back, a 6-inch tattoo of a walking penis with testicles, and on the other arm, he's got the Incredible Hulk bent over with Jessica Rabbit standing behind him with her heels shoved up his ass. Like, this dude this is our singer, right? And he jumps over the railing and runs up to my grandmother, who is sitting in the front row, in all 4'11" of her, with her little fake stole, and gets right in my grandmother's face and starts singing Beer. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I'll just say it starts off with, I like fucking Elise, I like fucking Elise, I like fucking Elise and beer, I like masturbation, I like masturbation, I like masturbation, beer, I like taking a shit, I like taking a shit, I like taking a shit and beer. And I'm sitting there going, I'm getting cut out of the fucking wheel right now.
You lost me at Tar.
Yeah, he was our singer. Adam was my bass player.
Tar.
Yep. Tar Lopez. That was his name.
Are you out there, Tar? Fuck you for screaming in Granny's face.
Hey, but
hope your anus falls out.
No, but then he had a party at his house, and everybody was jumping naked off the roof into his pool. I was there at the party, and he was. I went in, and I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna go get some beer. I'm hiding it in the bottom." You know, when you go to a party, you have to hide your beer, right? Because if you don't, somebody's gonna drink all your shit, right? So I went to go get mine out of the produce store, and I bent down like that. I bent down like this, and I turn around, and all of a sudden I'm looking right here, and here's Tar's wife right in front of me, and she goes, "Can you hand me a beer?" And I go, "Why is that shaped like a cross?" Like, what the dude? I'm like, I feel way too connected to you guys right now.
I think Bobby needs to meet Tar. I think Bobby needs to meet Tar.
Oh Lord, hell yeah. Bobby needs to be tarred and feathered.
Bobby, now see, now that you've told me a story of your friend named Tar, and you said Bobby needs to be tarred, I have this image of this punk rock dude with Bobby been over fucking.
Yeah.
See why you want to put shit like that in my head?
Yeah. So my band was,
get him, Tar, get him.
Fuck Bobby up. My band was Tar is the singer, Adam the bass player, me as the guitar player, my friend Alex is a guitar player, and Dino is our drummer. Yeah. But like Tar went crazy and shit. Like he owned a hair salon, right? And he got divorced from his wife. And this is how crazy he went. His wife was like, "I'm going to take the salon," and he goes, "Wait,
Tar owned a hair salon?"
Yes. And now you'll understand this, right? So if you're the owner, you make the most money, right? How did he become our singer? He did.
I don't know.
Because we were starting a band.
A hairdresser named Tar.
We were starting a band, and because you know how this goes, the one with the most money can buy the PA system. So he wanted to be in the band so bad, he bought the PA system. He was singing. We're like, it sounds like crap, so we put him through a fucking distortion pedal. Oh man,
I am Tar. Give me roar.
Dino, I love Dino to death. He can't, like, we didn't even know he was a drummer. Dino was a really good friend of mine with the band, right? And the funny thing was it was me, Adam, and Alex. We were just with another band, but like, you know, the fucking singer sucked dick and the drummer sucked, so we quit. And then it was like the three of us, and Tar owned the salon. Well, the receptionist comes up and tells us her boyfriend plays drums, right? And we're like, okay. And so she says, "Can he try out?" Well, we're like, sure, whatever, right? We're looking for a drummer. Well, where can we play? In the salon, right? After hours. The owner said, "Yeah, you guys can do this here." Well, he comes in and he starts playing. And I played that video for you, the one from the Smiths, you know.
Feel better, madam. We love
you. Yep, that was the one. Dude, he sat down and was ripping it like crazy on the drums. And we're like, hell yeah, he's hired. And then afterwards, we found out he had only been playing for 6 months, but he happened to be going to Ontario Music for drum lessons. And that's the biggest drum lesson area in that valley, right? and that's how he was so good. But like, that band, we started out, we were like, we need a band name, and we were down at Santa Anita Racetrack and bet $20 on a horse, and once we're like, fuck it, we'll call it that. So the name of the band was It's All Greek to Me, one word, right? The name of the horse. And then we went back like a month and a half later, bet $100 and lost our ass. We're like, fuck that shit, right? So we had to change the name of our band, and then we became the Ball of Freaks.
With a name like Tar.
Yep.
I gotta ask you something. Yep. Was Tar short for Star or something, or was Tar a nickname?
It was,
and if so, why did you call him Tar?
Kind of a nickname. I don't know what his real name was, but he went crazy when his wife, wanted to divorce him. So he like called in a bomb threat and shit. Got himself in trouble. But he won the salon, and the salon was you would have loved it because you worked in a tattoo gallery, right? And a piercing place. So they had a piercing room back there, right? And then they had a room where a tattoo artist could schedule appointments, right? But the whole salon, we painted it over a weekend with 8 people and 100 hits of I'm not going to say what, right? And a whole bunch of paint. So everybody that was in the salon before that came back and saw like mouths around the mirrors, eating people up and all this crazy, like we were frying balls. And then you go down the hall to the bathroom and here's a tree. But if you stand back and look at it, it's can I say penis online?
You said Tar.
Okay, then penis, yeah, and it's spewing the leaves and the branches everywhere, right? Like that whole place was like over a whole weekend we were fried out of our mind. But Dino, the drummer, his dad owned a company that made all of the stuff for the holidays for Disney and everything. So he made hands like this that came out of the wall, and the place was called Whisper to a Scream. Whisper to a Scream. Now the funny thing is, his wife, before they got the divorce, his wife had posed for some pictures for him, right? Now here's the funny shit. It's her in a teddy bent over some guy's knee while he's spanking her, right? During the divorce, he puts out t-shirts for the place to say Whisper to a Scream with her bent over, dude. You talk about fucking fire on the flame, bro. I was like, God, man, you guys are crazy. But whatever. Shit.
Sorry, I had to have to leave.
Did the tar get to you? Dude, if I can find pictures of him.
Actually, no. My job today gave me the headache. And I've been fighting it for a while. And I literally almost popped a blood vessel just then laughing about Tar. So it reminded me that my head was hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
Tar.
Yeah.
I don't know who to fuck with worse on our next live stream, Bobby or Tar.
Bobby, for sure. I mean, Tar's cool, but
Damn it,
Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. You done fucking lost all your money, Bobby. We're about to see Bobby get spanked.
Did you ever see the episode? Where Bobby fucking fell in love with the mannequin head?
Dude, I did. I was like, what? Dude,
that's a fucked up episode,
you have
dude.
to understand. Listen, for any younger people here, the stuff that you guys get sensitive about, you got to go back and watch some of the shit we watched. Like, that shit had nothing to do with normality. Obviously, the writers were frying balls when they wrote the episodes, okay? And it didn't freak us out. Like, we kind of understood it somehow.
I mean, some of the shit, our generation had Blazing Saddles. There was an attempt to offend everyone, knowing that it wouldn't offend anyone because people had a fucking sense of humor. That's another thing I'm fucking fed up with. Since we're talking about being fed up today. Motherfucker, sometimes a joke is just a goddamn joke.
Dude, listen, do you remember when we were kids, we had this shit called capping on each other, right? You just talked the maddest shit you could talk about. Like, we would say some horrific shit. Now y'all would need therapy. Listen, let's just be real, dude. Like, we ain't built the same. Our feelings didn't count back in the day. because if you cried, you got hit. Right? Don't cry,
Right?
you bitch. If your
Right.
parents didn't hit you, your friends fucked you up for being a whiny bitch. That's just how it was.
Here's this argument that I've been hearing a lot lately. I see it on social media a lot, and it's the whole idea that it's wrong to tell your children if they can't handle their adolescence, blah 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 blah. Well, here's the thing. I love my children, and yes, I want them to be mentally stable and socially well adjusted. However, the real world fucking sucks on the daily. If I do not prepare them for that, I have failed them as a father. I can love them all I want, but
Dude,
that doesn't.
Let me ask you.
I'm sorry.
You remember
when we like you said, me and you, if we whined about something, we got jacked. Dude, I might tell my kids, hey, look, this is not that big a deal. If this is a big a deal to you now, you're gonna have trouble later.
How many people here today under 30 got their feelings hurt at work and couldn't hang and had to quit? You know what? We got told by our supervisor we were fucking retarded, we were stupid, we were losers. You want your final pay? Like, they didn't give a shit, dude. They treated us like shit. And you know why you stayed? Because you needed the money.
Right.
When you live in an entitled society, they don't feel like they should have to deal with fucking hardships. Get used to it, people. Life sucks.
Right. It's gonna be there. There's no magic wand that's gonna change nature. There's just
I'm gonna say this, and this ain't a spoiler. You might find the right thee, them, there, they, that, though. That's all I'm saying.
It's a mouthful.
Okay. But if you whiny ass bitch, it ain't gonna last.
Right.
Like, for real. You gotta get over it.
I mean,
now,
I don't mind.
With that
said,
I almost blew it. But you have a reaction to do tonight, don't you? I believe somehow
I can fly.
Somehow that your computer was calling you to do that tonight. So I got a question, since there's 7 of us here. Quaffs by Rommel. Listen, dude, Tar was actually cool. He was hella cool. Here's how cool his salon was. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Y'all been to a haircutting place before, right?
Not to a dude named Tar.
Y'all been to a haircutting place before, right? Now, how about this? You go in to get your hair cut and they ask you what beer you'd like.
No, I can live with that.
And then they say, would you like a cigar or a cigarette? And then they ask you, as they roll the CD cart, is there anything you'd like to listen to? That was his salon. It was wild, dude. If you spent, like, say you're getting your hair colored because you worked in places where they do piercing and tattoos, you know how long certain things can take, right?
Zohan.
Right. And if you were going to be there for like more than an hour, like you were getting a haircut, a hair color that takes, a while to get the dye in or whatever, they would ask you what kind of a pizza you would like to have made for you, and they would order it from this place, Ultimate Pizza, 3 doors down, and they would deliver you a personal pizza. None of this got added to your bill. None of it. So,
how much was your bill to start with, though?
Women's haircuts, like back in the day, were like $30. Men's were like 20. But now let me ask you: you can go call that $35 now. $35 now, but you can go in and get as many beers as you want and listen to all your music, smoke a fucking cigar, and have chicks walking around with their titties out, bringing you all this stuff. Right? It's a trendy, dope ass salon.
I get it, but how does he make money between the beer and pizza, and he's only charging $30-something? How does he make money?
Because he's got a deal with the pizza place, and he's got this dude, like, he was making money. He was still making money because these chicks would come in and they go, I want a hair color. Okay, we're gonna give you all that shit for free. but that hair color is going to cost you $85. Now we're talking back in 90. So $85. You know how much a fucking 6-pack of Corona was back then? It was about $4.99, right?
Right. For real.
So you're just getting fucked up and smoking and listening to good tunes while getting all this shit done. You know, it was a dope thing. You know, I don't know, dude. Our era back then was different. We were in a punk band. We were kind of influenced a lot by like Jane's Addiction and freaking Gwar and you know, a lot of these older bands. Like the best show we did, which, you know, not like we played on stage with him, but when we were on tour, we were in Germany and we played with an artist named Diamanda Galoth, who is a Gothic opera singer, and she's produced by John Paul Jones, and John Paul Jones was on stage and we stood on the side of the stage watching him play bass. I mean, nice. That's, you know, and we were just a measly old punk band from LA. I mean, that's pretty dope. So,
oh, of course, that's probably a good time. But what it was.
You take back your previous statement of what?
His pencil is big and yellow.
All right, look. Where the hell is Gavin?
I haven't seen Gavin this evening.
Gavin sucks today. Just saying.
Oh, it's Tuesday of the day. I'll put that. I'll make sure I mark that down.
You could feel free to come into if you're in the rooms, you know what I'm talking about. We have that one room where if you're in the rooms, you know that room. You can feel free to come in and say that Gavin is gay today for not showing up. Just saying. Dude, oh my God. I don't know how I met these people in the first place, dude. The adventure of my life. It's like Daniels. He's talked to me about so many of his stories, and I swear to God, both of us could either have a book, a mini series, or a movie made about us. But I don't know whether we can figure out whether it's an action adventure, a drama, a comedy, a porno. What the hell is?
I don't. You know, my wife, just from my apartment 12 days, which many people hear about, has said that it's like, y'all should really write a book. And I'm like, you know, the funny thing is, sadly for my wife, she gets to hear all these old stories, you know, and shit that would go in said book. And over the years, I've killed enough brain matter that there's only really certain ones that stand out anymore. So those are the ones that get told over and over.
The good news,
and then every once in a while, you'll see somebody or hear from somebody, or you'll hear a song that'll trigger blam, and it's like, oh man, I hadn't thought about that in forever.
Dude, I forgot about certain stories, but when I took my wife down with me, we went down on a trip to LA because we're in Northern California, you guys, and we went down to a trip to LA, and I said, I'll drive you through my old town, and we went over there. Now, I had told her all these wild stories about me, and she kind of even said later on that she didn't know whether they were true or not, but, you know, they were great stories. And we got down to El Monte, and my friends just started narking on me left and right for all the shit that I did when I was a teenager. And she's like, oh, that was for real? Uh-huh. You don't even understand, dude. Like we did everything in Jackass before Jackass was a thing. Shit.
Have you ever
Jason,
seen? I can't remember what it is now.
Are you going to join us tonight?
Who?
Jason.
Not to be confused with Demon Jones.
Shut up. It was an accident.
Oh,
y'all made me feel guilty, and it's Ari's fault because she didn't warn me ahead of time. So how the fuck was I supposed to know? Same icon.
Oh God!
If y'all missed that, we had Demon Jones come in during my birthday, wish me happy birthday, and I didn't pay attention. So I kind of am like humbled by that. Like it to happen again, but next year he won't come back. He'll be like, that fucker called me J-Man before.
and told me to go away.
Yep. All right. Well, we gonna hit this, and then what you gonna do? Y'all gonna react to something tonight?
I might pop in the cord for a second, and then we'll see.
Hey, we'll see ain't gonna do.
You're right.
If you don't do this, I'm giving you all the spoilers tomorrow. I'm just gonna start DMing you directly and telling you every single. I'll send you the lyrics, screenshots. Like you better react to that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
By the way, I stand with Jay Snell, Dean. I stand with Upchurch. I stand with Creek Squad. But I'll happily pop a squat on fucking Redneck Nation.
Pop a squat. Damn it, Bobby.
You fucked up now. Remember that televangelist back in the day who like fucked the hooker or something? What was his name?
Oh,
I don't know, whichever one. And he got on and he's, I've committed a sin. Oh, Lord, help me. I committed.
Oh, that was Swaggart that did that.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'll tell you what.
But maybe the one you're not talking about Tammy Faye and that dude. Though,
there was Tammy Faye and that dude too, but it was Swaggart. For all of y'all who are into obscure music, but very good music, and I wouldn't steer you wrong, one of the greatest albums I've ever purchased is a double CD from Frank Zappa called The Greatest Band You've Never Heard in Your Life. And there are repeated Swaggart version songs on there. You know, with Lonesome Cowboy Bert. My name is Swaggart, and I am an asshole. And I fucked up and committed a sin. Just a tip. I'm from Louisiana, and we fuck lots of what. Like to do the whole thing is great, dude. Y'all gonna need to go listen to that because that is the original diss record right there. Fuck rap when he went off on Swaggart with the first diss ever, and he got him good. He got him hella good.
What's funny to me about that is, you know, and I'm from the dirty South, man. I grew up in a Southern Baptist church, but when it comes to televangelists, man, that's a different breed. I tell you what, a Baptist church is a different breed too. But and not hating, but I was watching when he made his big, I have sinned and I have blah 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 blah, and those people looked mad at him for about a split second. I have sinned, and I need for y'all to each send me some more money to help me get on the path of the righteousness. And bitches is waving their pens and their checks. Yep. I'm like, what? Yep. This is madness.
Yeah, that's the craziness behind it.
And people bought that shit, and he went straight off that stage and probably fucked another hooker.
Yep. All right, we got 8 left. I still got cold whiskey and an empty shot glass. And then we're going to do this, and then y'all can join us. You don't have to. Like, no peer pressure. You owe me, bitch.
I
no
just
peer
don't
pressure. Shut up. No peer pressure. You owe me, bitch. See how I did that?
I don't have a shot with me.
Dude.
Let me see if I can get a shot.
You said I don't have a shot with me. I was fucked up the other day. Well, that's often. But so I don't know which day it was. But one of those days that I was fucked up, I was watching that Earl Dibbles Jr. thing, where he says, people tell me to take a shot. You don't tell me to take a shot. I tell you to take a shot. You ain't never going to get no buck if somebody else tells you to take a shot. You take the shot when you know you need to take the shot. If you ain't seen that, bro, I'll send that to you.
Yeah, send that to me. Now, hold on. Don't take your shot. My shot is on the way. Maybe.
Okay, maybe. Do I wave or do I just duck at this point in time?
If she even got my message.
Right.
I've got
Dude,
to get
there's a hell of a delay in my camera. Like, for real.
I've got to get a fridge in here. So
I'm going to go like this. Hang on. Let's see how many seconds it takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds for my finger. Listen, I don't know. Did we put this on slow-mo or some shit today? What the fuck, dude? Hang on.
Oh, my God. Everything you just did happened all at high speed. That was fucked up.
Listen, fuck this.
I was too busy thinking about the 10 seconds for a finger.
Okay, we're going to try that. Ready? Nope, it's instant now. See? Damn, I had to take it off 1080p so I could flip you off faster. Y'all, if you ain't there, you ain't there, and we can't invite you there. So deal with that. But if you're there, you know, and you better be there or be square. Hey, look, is she going to bring you one? Are you double checking?
I hear her coming now.
Okay.
It's going to be the last year, Jaeger.
Hey. We need to have a serious talk. There's a dude you need to meet. His name is Tar. He has a salon. And is the lead singer of a punk band. Or was.
And calls in bomb threats.
But
he's cool. But he's really cool, and his barbecues are dope. Go to one of his pool parties, I swear.
Look, man, I mean, again, I'm not hating. I just, of all the names, I haven't been able to get by it. Of all the names, and when you're telling that story, and Tar, and you just said it so matter of factly, like the rest of us knew exactly who the fuck Tar was.
Like, what's the big he's not like,
I know a guy named Stuff. And what's funny is everyone says they don't know Stuff. And he has this little magic. He looks like a silverback gorilla that wears tie-dyed shirts and sunglasses all the time. And every time I describe him, people are like, no, we don't know Stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
They're like, no, we don't know that dude. And I'm like, he knows you. And you know him. And it never fails. Somehow we'll get those people together and they're like, oh, Stuff. And I'm telling you, this dude has this sick, weird sense to know everyone. And no one knows him until they see him. And then they see him. And it's like this magic wave washes over them.
Only those who stay till the end. Only those who stay till the end will understand this story as it completes. You ready for this? Final thing about my band. That song that they sang first at my wedding, Beer. You want to know when we played that? We played that during the middle of our shows, right after we put out a 55-gallon trash drum filled with ice and beer. In the middle of the room where the crowd was a piñata. Okay?
That's not dangerous.
We would let everybody drink through the whole song, get everybody trashed, and then you get the drunkest chick you could find. You blindfold her and you give her a 6-foot piece of PVC in a crowd and let her have at it. And inside the piñata was Charms blow pops, razor blades with the cardboard still around them, brand new syringes in the plastic, and Mr. Bleach flyers and condoms. Yes. And dude, I tell you, every time we put that out there, the piñata got ripped down by somebody besides the chick because the chick was getting hammered for beating the shit out of somebody with the pipe. Like, it was just a great song. It was like, we would do that, and then the last song we would do was like this 9.5-minute one and end the show. And by the time we left, there was usually fist fights in the parking lot, so we did something right. You get enough people drunk, there'll be a fist fight in the parking lot.
That used to follow two of the bands I was with, especially Hinge. It seemed like every time we played, there would just be random acts of violence. Cheers.
There ain't nothing wrong with random acts of violence. Look, I already took mine, so I have to do it this way. Go. Oh, that was kind of big. I should have put that in a shot glass and measured it. All right. Well, if you know, you know. Get over there if you can. We'll see y'all next week.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.